What's happening, guys? We got a tank, it feels like. Can't tell. Nah, it's just how he was swimming. Not a bad fish, though. Not a bad fish. We were fishing from the bank today. Okay. The exact same spot where we filmed the last video. Okay. And this time, we were fishing with crankbaits. Okay. With the short time that I have, we're gonna fish with crankbaits. This crankbait here, to be honest with you, I have no idea who makes it. All I know is that the color is called Ghost Bluegill. That's all I know. But there is a decent crappie to start off the late evening, and we're gonna throw him back, and we're gonna get it right back in there. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm throwing this crankbait near this little waterfall. Okay. And I assume this crankbait dives probably about 1 to 3 foot. There we go. There's another one right off the same little area. That's a dink. A little dink. Look, the crankbait is as big as he is. Wow, look at that little thing. That's a fish tank fish. But anyways, I assume it dives probably about 1 to 3 foot deep. I wouldn't think it dives much more than that. And what I'm doing is I'm letting this crankbait hit the rocks, okay? I'm wanting it to dive down. I'm wanting it to get down in there to where these crappie will see it, but they don't have too good of a look at it, if you know what I'm saying. Just enough for them to kind of make a decision, okay, I'm gonna strike that. And that's how I'm hooking them up. You could use jigs. You could use minnows. Oop, there went one. But sometimes if you're just getting them short strikes, you want to put on a crankbait. Just a small crankbait. You can have 1 treble hook or 2 treble hooks. It really doesn't matter. And if you get them riled up, you can really do some damage on catching some crappie. I really wish that I knew the name of this crankbait, and I would tell you guys. Look right there. Look right there. Look right there. Another one. Another one. They're small. They're small. We're just out here to fish. We're just out here to fish. It don't matter. It's almost like a springtime bite. Just teeny tiny little crappie. Nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. But it is getting dark. And I've just been sitting here just waxing these fish on this crankbait. And I figured, hey, you know, it might be a good idea to make a video about it. So here we are. We're making a video about how to fish a crankbait for crappies. Okay? So, I don't know if I have mentioned or not. It has poured down rain here lately. It has been nasty. Okay? So they really got some water moving. So these crappie, what they're doing, they're coming back up into these areas where there's not a lot of current, okay? Not a lot of current. And if you start casting around, eventually you go lock into them. And I just remembered the name of this crankbait. It is the name brand is called Reaction Strike. Okay, I got it in the mystery tackle box, It is a tiny, tiny little crankbait. You can see the trebles on it are just insanely sharp. It's not too heavy. You know, some crankbaits, like micro crankbaits, like the small rattle traps, look right there, folks. Another one. Another one. They're a little heavy to throw, okay, on certain applications. Like this rod, I really wouldn't want to throw like a small rattle trap of any kind on this rod. It's just too much. I've tried. That's a little whitefish too. I know these fish are small, guys. I know that. But when I don't have a lot of time and I still want to catch crappie, I mean, regardless if they're big or not, they're still crappie. So I'm still happy to catch them. Oh, there's another one. This one feels a little bit better. Nah, same size. Same size. This one's a black crappie. All these fish are about 6 inches long. That first one would have been a keeper here in South Carolina. That would have been a keeper. That was probably about a 9-inch fish. There we go, just a little tiny fish. I'm just gonna keep the camera rolling, because this is gonna be a short and sweet video. It's kind of like what I was explaining in one of my previous videos about, you know, some of the best baits during the fall. And I mentioned a crankbait. When you get fish that are stacked up like this and they're up shallow, you can throw a crankbait in there and just tear them up. You know, we're not getting on the size. There we go. We're not getting on the size, but that's okay. That's okay. What do we got here? Oh, we got ourselves a little bluegill. A little tiny bluegill. These trebles are not playing with these fish, man. Not playing. Man, I really wish I would have brought some pliers with me. That is one thing that you need to have on you when you're fishing, is a good pair of pliers. You know, little bluegill going back in the water. But as I was saying, you can get this crankbait in there with them fish are, and you can tear them up. Regardless if you catching to keep, if you catching just to catch, just like we are right now, we're just catching them just to catch them. There's another one. They're stacked up in there. And like I said, I know these fish are small. I get it. There's nothing special about any of these fish. These are the type of fish that if you were catching, you know, while you're out there spider rigging, that you would be so mad that it would just ruin your day. You know, you would come home, you just want to sit down and just pout. You know, it's those type of fish. But when you ain't got a lot of time and you got work and everything like that, catching fish sometimes is the most important thing. Well, actually, it's the most important thing all the time. So it doesn't matter that we're not catching any big fish. The same principle is applying to this. It doesn't matter if they're small. It doesn't matter if they're big. This technique is deadly for crappie. Deadly. But the thing is, though, see, we've kind of wore out that spot. Start pitching in other spots just to give those fish back over there some time without seeing that bait. Because after a while, they're not stupid, guys. They know, hey, you know, I done seen that thing too many times. Same wiggle, same color, everything. So I don't know. We're just not gonna bite that. But if you give them a minute, give them time, then they'll come back and they'll start biting again. And it's got a tight wiggle to it. And it's round on the sides. It's not like a flat side crankbait, okay? Nothing like that. Maybe now all these fish be ready to go again. While I got the camera rolling, I want to tell y'all guys, if y'all see me out and I'm fishing, feel free to say, hey man, I have no problem with it. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I've been catching them. If I've been on the struggle bus, what have you, I'm gonna tell you. So feel free to say hey. We got some things coming up in the future. Well, I'm gonna be getting a new camera here soon, and we're gonna be doing different angles on the boat from when I'm spider rigging and stuff like that. And next year, that's a big thing. Next year, I'm gonna be fishing in my very first American Crappie Association tournament at Lake Hartwell. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully we can get some keepers in the boat and get a good weigh in at the scale. There went another one. But I appreciate every single one of you guys for subscribing. I appreciate y'all watching the videos. Even though sometimes I don't have the time to put a lot of effort into some of my videos, I still really appreciate y'all watching them. All the great comments, questions. I like answering y'all's questions. You know, it's good. It's good. So, well, guys, I think it's getting a little bit too dark here to keep on filming. So, I think we're going to wrap it up. Again, thank y'all so very much for watching my channel. Thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you know what to do. Click the subscribe button. And it really helps me out, okay? So until the next one, my name is Blake. Tight lines, and God bless.